an illustrious maker with a long career. Fire 150 has got a level for us tonight called Whirlpools. I think you're going to like it a lot. Before we get ahead of ourselves though, if you're new, this is ROM Hack Races. Welcome. How's it going? How are you? Every Saturday night we have a brand new Super Mario World Kaizo level that no one's ever seen before, except of course for the makers and the testers, and the racers are just going to have to improvise. It's a sight reading challenge, so quick wits, good skill, determination, and gameplay are going to win the day today. We've got a lot of folks signed up, and we did have testers that checked this level out behind the scenes. Their names: Solve for X, Mythrillionaire, Blue Ribbon High Life, and RB Pimlico did testing for us this week. Thank you so much for that. Now, we are going to have a race, and that means we have racers, and holy moly, I'm looking at this list, and we have got, what is this, 24? That's awesome. I am really happy to see that. We got 24 individuals signed up tonight, and we have some scouts: Dr. No, Fen, Blue Ribbon High Life, and Star-Lord, who are going to be watching all the races and hopefully letting us know who takes the lead. This is a quick one tonight, so hang on to your hats, butts, seats, whatever you've got. We have some difficulty rankings given by the testers, and this week's level is 5 out of 10 for execution, 5 out of 10 for complexity. And the racers also know that there is only one section tonight. No checkpoints, one section, like a Mario 3 level. And that one section is rated 4 out of 10 for length. So kind of maybe perhaps an easier one for some racers, and with the huge number of signups tonight, it is going to be a sprint. I am really excited to see how this goes. Hopefully we're going to get everybody's clears on stream, but with a large number of signups, bear with us. Y'all are going to be very fast tonight, I think. The racers, in alphabetical order: 3D Salmon, Arakaida, Bar Simpson, Kioski, Ender of Games, Endless Ascent, First Name Butt, Germ Dove, GoPro C, Halcyon, Jank Pickle, Muzzle, Nathan MG, Prestonator 13, Proto Pizza, Revelug, Ricardo DeMello, But I'm Not Done Yet, Roke Games, Schema Tuna, Shovda, Cio Cadelic, Stu Cat, You Fail Me, and Zaplex. A really good alphabet going on here. I love that. You Fail Me and Zaplex really pulling for us, with the rounding out the end of the alphabet. So thank you so much. This is a race. We say it's a race, but really it's a fun community event wrapped up as a race. So please feel free to put your favorite streamers' emotes in chat. We're here to cheer everybody on. We're here to give everybody a good time. So if you're cheering for someone in particular, put their emotes up. And we're gonna get started here pretty soon. You can check romhackraces.com. That's our official website if you'd like to download this patch. No ROMs on the site, but the patches if you want to try out this level for yourself or play any of our other back catalog. This is a lot of fun, and you can check that out on romhackraces.com. Emily, thank you so much for the 32 months. Thank you so much. All your subs and bits and things go right back into the ROM Hack Races community. And we're just about ready to start here. We got Revelug, Shovda, You Fail Me, and Jank Pickle up on the screen, but I'm noticing that maybe Jank Pickle has the wrong ROM loaded up. I think maybe Jank Pickle has last week's ROM, so someone could tell them that. That's all right. We're gonna get Ricardo DeMello in here, and we got about 20 seconds to go. So if you have any questions about this, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about Kaizo, what we do here, or about SMW mechanics, please feel free to shout it out in chat. You might know me. I'm GlitchCat. I will be bringing you the play-by-play tonight, and we're almost ready to do it. So let's get going. It's week 265. It's Whirlpools from Fire 150. Let's get ready for a quick one tonight. Revelug, Shovda, Ricardo, and You Fail Me to start us off. Press buttons. Good luck, and we know there is only one section here, so we could see some fast action. What have we got? Okay, all right, we got some fish, we got some water sprites, and we got some spin jumps. So you can only spin jump on fish. You may only regular jump on the white fish. These are actually Rip Van fish is their official name. The sleepy fish that wake up when Mario gets too close and tries to chase him through the level. Look out for Shovda in the upper right. Some quick moves here. So some platforming. We got platforming, we got water that we can swim in, and we've got brown lava that we can't swim in. I don't know, maybe it's not lava, maybe it's really piping hot chocolate. That might be better. A little tastier perhaps, but in any case, don't jump in. We've got, let's see, Revelug making some moves here. Watch out for Shovda in the upper right. So we're crossing gaps. Want to use the right spin on the right fish. Urchins can be spin jumped on, and Rip Van fish can be span jumped on. but whitefish will get poofed and destroyed when you spin jump on them. Shovda in the upper right here with progress. Now, what's it gonna be? So, ROM hack races, we've often mentioned, a challenge between consistency and one-shots. Which of the racers are going to one-shot an obstacle, thereby getting themselves more knowledge and progress in the level, or, which failing that, which racers are going to be consistent enough to keep getting back to the part that they need to try. And here's Shovda with that consistency. There we go, Shovda in the upper right, looking for the next step here. And remember, the racers do know this is one section and 4 out of 10, so they're sprinting right now, for sure. Oh, look at this, Shovda in the lower right. Yeah, this is that 4 out of 10 section, a quick one tonight, but we have had some very challenging levels lately. So I actually think this is a nice, fun, accessible romp for everybody here. So Shovda, we have seen the fish orb. When you put a goal point orb, when you put a goal point orb in the wrong sprite set, it can sometimes show up as not the goal point, but some other sprite. Does the same thing. In this case, it is the fish. Ah, okay. Yeah, excuse me. There's a little bit of a caveat for this level that I didn't mention. You may only spin jump out of the water. If you are standing on the ground, you are not able to spin jump. So you must be in the water and then you can spin jump out of the water. That's a caveat I hadn't mentioned, but that is something that the racers have to contend with. So every time, normally you would be able to spin jump off the ground, but now every time the racers want to do that, they have to jump out of water. And here goes You Fail Me in the lower right. You fail me. Oh, they paused. That's what was going on. They paused. We got Muzzle coming in here in the lower left. We got Shovda trying for it, but You Fail Me on a read right now. They know the gimmick. You Fail Me in the lower right. Can they spin all the way back? They're going to need to not touch the ground and preserve their spin. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Wow. And that is a sight read on that final obstacle. You Fail Me. Strong one. This is a nice, smooth level tonight. I just want to say how cool it is to have a kind of a chill one because we have had some tough stuff lately, and it's nice to see folks coming out for a little bit of something that they can do, in a couple minutes. So this is excellent. 3 minutes. We got more though. We're looking for first podium, second podium. Roke here coming in the lower right. It's Muzzle, Shovda, Roke, and Co Kadelic in the upper left. Remember, gotta be in water and then you can spin. Normally, if you're standing on the ground, you could do a spin jump, but in this case, no dice. That's the Whirlpools gimmick. Really cool. I like this. This is a fun little level. I like this one. Yo, Jank Pickle, what's up in the upper right? I want to point out too, when they grab that grab block and throw it up, it lands in some water. And since sprite buoyancy is on, that's a property that makes sprites float in water. When that grab block goes up into the water ceiling, it will take more time to descend because it is stuck in the water, actually. It makes that setup a little more easy to deal with. Yeah, there goes Roke. Throwing that grab block up and then needing to spin and grab it as it's falling back down. So you can't throw the block with too much of an arc to the left or the right. You want to have a neutral amount of horizontal momentum when you throw that upward. This is a level tonight for these for 24 folks to sign up. I think this is a really good one for everybody to try their hand at. This level's pretty self-explanatory, but of course, if you have any questions about mechanics or SMW Kaizo, please feel free to ask. This one is really just like very, I think, accessibly easy to read, and I like that about it. Yeah, Germ Dove, Jank Pickle, Muzzle, and Roke right now. So we hardly even got to see this ending, because You Fail Me just one-shotted it. But what do we need to do here? We got the turn block, right? You grab the turn block and you bring it through, and then when they get to that well, they got the grab block, excuse me. It's a grab block, it's purple, it flashes when you grab it, and they need to get to the yellow turn block. But look at how on Muzzle's screen there on the lower left, look at how that yellow turn block is situated one tile above the floor. That's very particular of a setup, because what it means is that you're not going to throw the flashing block forward into the yellow block. Instead, what you're going to do is stand in front of it and throw the block up. And what that will do, Roke just got it there. And what that's going to do is make it so that the turn block starts moving and gets hit, but the flashing grab block doesn't actually break. You notice Muzzle just had it happen to them. If you throw the turn block directly, it will smash the grab block because the game thinks a collision has occurred. But if you up throw it, for some reason it's just like, nah, no smash occurred. And since you need that grab block on the other side of that obstacle, that's why it's important to do the up throw. So that setup with the turn block one tile off the floor is kind of encouraging the players to do that setup. Oh, yo, my very favorite capture on all of Twitch, it's Schema Tuna in the lower right, and you love to see this. This takes me back to the old days, and I'm really glad that they stream like this. Schema Tuna, as far as I understand it, is pointing a webcam at their CRT. And if that's not the coolest, most old school way to do this, I don't know what is. So big shout outs to Schema Tuna there. You're seeing some real genuine, authentic pixels. I like how they don't even need the ROM Hack Races layout. It's lovely. So yeah, gotta love that Schema Tuna setup. Man, you know, for someone that made Mycelium, it's just like, yeah, they would have the coolest setup. You made like the coolest hack. Yeah, you would have the coolest setup. Yeah, it really takes me back to the days, the old Twin Galaxies days, recording a CRT with a camera or recording gameplay through a VCR and then just like recording it onto a VHS tape. Using a VCR like a splitter or a capture card. Good old days. It's StuCat though in the upper left trying to make a good new day. StuCat, Jank Pickle, Muzzle, obviously Schema Tuna down there. It reminds me of like watching old videos of like arcade world records. You know, some like, I don't know, some like Don Hayes gameplay or something, or some Donkey Kong high scores. You know, it's just like, because that's how you have to basically record an arcade machine, unless you've got one of those really fancy capture boards. Like you're just sticking a camera in front of the screen. I love that. That is true, yeah, Doc. That opening regrab. Yeah, let's take a look at that and kind of zoom in a little bit on that very first move in the level. They need to first go to the left and go in the water, right? They need to spin jump out of the water. They're gonna hit that first fish, but then they're gonna hit that second fish, and that's the giant jump that Doc is talking about. Just look at how far that distance is, right? You watch on Jank Pickle's screen, you watch on everybody's screen when they start the level. There's like a little ceiling and that one cement block there, and they want to make sure they get Mario under the cement block. The shape of that ceiling is designed to make the jump a little more challenging than it would be otherwise. Because normally you could just go up in the air, but now you have to have that long horizontal. That's the regrab. And for those that don't know, I'm assuming most of you do, but in case you're new, regrab is a kind of a weird term in Mario World Kaizo, but it refers to a double tap on the button. You can really, when you see regrab, just think double tap. The thing that's going on is that Mario falls more slowly when you are holding the jump button down in the air. And that doesn't seem like it has a lot of meaning, you know, like, so what, who cares? But the difference in fall speed between holding the button and not holding the button is so pronounced that you can do a maneuver we call a regrab, which is letting go of the jump button. You press the button to jump, then you're up in the air. Then you let go. While you're letting go, you float for a little bit, and then you hold the jump button down again, thereby re-grabbing it. See how it's kind of a weird nomenclature? But by re-grabbing or double tapping the button, what that lets you do is modify the trajectory of your jump. Look out, Shovda in the lower left. Hold up, upper left, sorry, trying to modify their way out of here. Shovda, they know she knows what she needs. All eyes on the upper left, if you will, please. We might have our clear. Oh! Oh, pain. Oh, painful. That was so close. We got Germdove in the upper right trying for their clear. You fail me with the win, with that big victory raid. Thank you. Thanks for racing. I love to watch your gameplay. You're very, very good. One of the best and brightest in Kaizo right now. You fail me. Your streams are great. Your gameplay is stellar. Your philosophy on the whole subject is top tier. You rock. You rock. Sorry I fail you. But yeah, that's the essentials for the regrab. A regrab is a way of getting a jump with a low vertical, but a wide horizontal. And it's the ollie or the kickflip of Super Mario World. It's a subtle technique, and if you don't know that you're looking for it, you might not notice it. But the racers are doing this all over the place. Specifically at the beginning of the level, when they bounce on that second fish, they are letting go of the button somewhere as their jump is reaching the top. Then on their way down, they're re-engaging that button to get themselves a slower descent, which lets them move horizontally for a longer amount of time. Am I making sense with that? I figure most people understand regrabs, but I try to gear my commentary for like the percentage of those that have never seen this before, right? We're all very smart. If you already know about regrabs, just give yourself a cool point. That was a very nice, that was a very nice sight read on that final obstacle. You got through that whole sequence. That was very, very tight. Yo, look out. It's Stucat in the lower right. Shovda looking for that clear. Germdove muzzle Stucat. I think it is really nice to have a diversity of levels. We've had some really tough ones lately, and now we've got one that's a little bit more of just a scamp, you know? A little scamper. A little sprint of a level. I like that. It's really like, as hardcore Kaizo players, we can't forget that sometimes things can be easier and fun, and that also is good. You gotta have that accessibility, and it's cool because it allows a lot of people to sign up and try their hand at, what am I trying to say? It allows people to sign up and try their hand at ROM hacks and races. Stucat getting pretty close here in the lower right. Revelug. Oh, we're done. Oh, well, excuse me then. I look up and there's Revelug out of here. So that's our first podium tonight. We're looking for top of the second podium. Nice job, Revelug. Way to play. No surprises there. Revelug's super talented. Really amazing shell player and creator. Oh, excuse me. We're looking for third? I don't know. What am I even saying? I thought we got third. Oh no, excuse me, no, because Shovda had the nigh. I don't know what, I should like keep track of this or something. I should take notes while I'm doing this. If you want to check the leaderboard for yourselves anytime, romhackraces.com or exclamation leaderboard in chat will bring up a command for you. Big shout outs, of course, to Kelgand and Doc for helping us out with all the tech stuff behind the scenes. Well, it's only been 15 minutes. I told you y'all were gonna be really fast. Yeah, you fail me. Do you fail me? Sight read the final obstacle. I want to point out something about this grab block obstacle, though. You see the players, grabbing this purple grab block, and then it's flashing while they're holding it in their hands. Couple of caveats with that. Number one, if Mario is holding the block and collides the block with an enemy, a fish or a kicking Koopa, the Koopa will be destroyed and the block will be destroyed. That's bad when you specifically need the block for a very particular thing, as we do here, as it is in most Kaizo. The second thing about grab blocks that might not be obvious if you haven't played a lot of Kaizo is when they are flashing, that's a timer. Here goes Shovda. Oh, look out. Here goes, excuse me, Halcyon. Yo, where'd you come from? Halcyon's back, and they're in the upper right-hand corner, and they might be about to win this all. Let's go. One jump. Let's do it. Oh, man! And the same one! Ah, jeez. The same death that Shovda took right at the end, the very last jump. So why did that happen? When you are holding the spin jump button and you collide with an object that will be destroyed by the spin, your downward momentum is halted briefly. When you are poofing it, watch for the white cloud of smoke that appears when you spin jump on a shell. There's that poof animation. While that white cloud of smoke is on the screen, you are no longer descending. You're actually just kind of like staying in place while that takes place. Here's Ike in the lower left. What do they got for us? So what happened there was that the racers need to be holding the jump button while they are spinning on those shells. By doing that, they won't fall directly into the munchers. Instead, they'll kind of slide across, right, and destroy both shells without actually falling down. The problem for Shovda and Halcyon, oh my god, the sync up! Shovda versus Halcyon right now, they could both get it right on this run. And it's no! And it's Shovda's down and it's Halcyon! Whoa-ho-ho! Yo, back with a vengeance after a few weeks off. Halcyon taking names. Maybe getting a number too, I don't know. Looks like they've got this levels number. GG. But what they wanted to do there was they want to contact the red shell on the center or to the left of center. If they contact the red shell too far to the right, that they will clip on those munchers at the end. Here goes Shovda for the redemption. In there. No problem, they're coming in quick now. It's Shovda got it, Halcyon got it. Germdub very close. Ricardo and Ike working for their clear. Good job, scouts. Y'all are doing great. Thanks to the scouts who are watching all the streams and letting us know in the scout channel who we should put on the restream if they're getting close. Ooh, Shovda has a chance for some yumps. Oh, nice try. It's C.O. Kadelic, a strong player and maker. Ricardo DeMello, Ike SMB, Germdove. I hope y'all are having fun, yo. This is a really cool one. This is one I think you should play for yourselves. RomHackRaces.com will have that patch for you. Yo, hey, look at it. Oh, yo, yeah, Ricardo. Nice strat. So that one Rip Van Fish. Oh, wow, that's a great strat. Holy moly. That one Rip Van Fish will get in your way, and Ricardo is just dropping the block to kill them. If you touch an enemy while holding the block will be destroyed. If you drop the block onto an enemy, the block will be fine, and the enemy will be destroyed. Shovda, hey, thanks for the raid. Great job tonight. That was awesome. Splendid, even. Amazing. Is that some new cursed emote? Oh, that's a new cursed emote. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's a face. That's a face I don't want to see around the dark alley at night. Germdove, look out. Oh, yeah. So what happened for Germdove there? They hit the red shell too far to the right side. If all they need to do is angle their jump a little bit more and land on the left of center of that. It's a subtle trick of positioning, but it goes to show how much half a block worth of space can really matter. It is a Shrek Bumpty. That's what it is. When I first saw that, when the light bounced off the screen and entered into my corneas, the first thing that my brain said was, that's a Shrek Bumpty. I didn't say it out loud because I thought maybe I would seem a fool. Better to close my mouth than be thought one. Surely no one would believe me. The Shrumpety? That sounds like a dance. That sounds like a 1920s dance craze. Maybe the 70s or the 60s. That does sound like a dance craze, you know? Like the Charleston or the Jitterbug. I can't think of a lot of dance names. Flossing. The floss. Hey, you kids doing the floss? The monkey. The robot. What are some other names of dances? The electric slide. Yo, speaking of electric slides, Nathan MG is trying to use electricity to slide Mario over onto the goal. They did the mashed potato, and they could do the twist. That's right, because that, do you like it like this? That song. Do you love me? Yeah, do you love me? Yeah, they mentioned, yeah, that's good. Good use of song lyrics. That's right. The mashed potato and the twist and Gangnam Style. Is that a song or a dance? Is there specifically a dance? It's Gangnam Style. I remember not being able to get away from that song ever. Remember that? Yo, here goes Ike in the lower left-hand corner. Germdove in the right, looking for their shot. Oh, yo, oh! And that is the problem, or the trick about those flashing grab blocks. I don't know if I had a chance to mention that, but... Oh, hey, whoa, hold up. You know what? We did have a chance to mention Stu Cat. Nicely done. They are out of here. We got that clear. We got it. I saw it. Nice job, Stu Cat. That's great. Sub 23. Excellent. But grab blocks will time out. That's like I was saying. That's a timer. And if you're holding the grab block too long, actually you can tell when it's about to run out. First, the colors are flashing rapidly, and the block seems to pulsate quickly. But as it's about to run out, it will flash more slowly, and then it will finally just evaporate. That is the thing that's forcing the racers to move quickly in that section. They have to stay on their toes because they are racing the timer of the grab block. That's a really, honestly, I'm just thinking about this now, but that's a strange thing. Did they ever really bring back grab blocks in another 2D Mario game? I don't even think they had those in like New Soup, and they certainly don't have them in Wonder. The grab blocks in particular are like a very Mario World thing. I guess Mario 3. They also had them in Mario 3. Yoshi's Island, for example, didn't, you know. This is also a Fire music port. Well, it is a Fire port on multiple levels. So it's Roke, Nathan, Ike, Germdove, me and you. Man, you know, the best strat that I've seen, yeah, it's Roke. Yo, keep your eyes on the upper left. Roke has a absolutely awesome strat. They're just dropping the block to kill the fish, like I mentioned. Nobody else I've seen is doing that, but that's really clever, because otherwise you're tasked with landing on that bit of ground right next to the fish and maneuvering the block so that you don't collide the two things together. But in this way, you just kind of get to jump over for free. Shovda did the drop kill too. Figures. Very, very strong and smart player, that Shovda. There he goes, Nathan. Yeah, see how Nathan has to move really carefully to avoid colliding the block with another sprite. Yeah, sorry, I didn't notice. Didn't happen to see Shovda do the drop, but it's very smart. Yeah, it saves you a jump or two, and it makes you not have to rush as much. It's easier now to get over to that kicking Koopa and just get everything to line up. For the curious, that is a vanilla property. Is kicking Koopas will kick grab blocks that are given to them like that. That's not a custom ASM, that's just something the game does. Yo, what's up, Stu Cat? Thank you for the raid, that was a really strong clear. We got you on stream at the end. Very good job, thank you for racing with us. Thanks for the raid. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome in, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. You know what would be cool? If kicking Koopas kicked springs. Like you could have a spring, and then you give it to a Koopa and it kicks it and you have to like time a bounce. That might be fun. Or what about kicking Koopas that like kick instantly. I don't know, maybe that would just like be the same as a wall. But like a kicking Koopa that didn't like take a minute to like absorb the impact of getting hit with the shell and then kick it back at you. Oh my gosh, I just realized it. They're out of my ways. Out of my ways. Here goes Nathan in the upper right, maybe for the win. Oh no, the double sprite. Nathan contacted 2 fish at exactly the same time. When you touch 2 things like that in SMW, you're safe on the one thing, but the other thing kills you. It's the sprite overlap death. Basically, you just want to really avoid bouncing on 2 things at the same time. It's a weird thing to mention, but Mario interacts with sprites every other frame in the vanilla. I think the base ROM corrects that, though. Here goes Nathan in the upper right, though. Ooh, no! Do you see how they died there? That's not to make a bad example, but that's the result of hitting the red shell too far on the right. They have to make sure to hit that red shell left of center. Here goes Germ Dove. Watch for that left of center. Oh, so smart. Oh, geez, wow. Smart move, Germ Dove, waiting for the fish to go down a little bit to make that jump easier. But yeah, they were still a little bit off on their position. Or maybe perhaps they let go of the button or something. Yeah, smart move from Germ Dove there. I like that. Don't think about what you ought to do in the level. Think about what you can do. If you're only ever looking for the maker to guide you, the level to tell you, if your only concern is figuring out what do they want me to do, then maybe you won't notice that, oh, hey, look, I could just go over here. Why do I have to do any of this? Always assume that the maker screwed up somehow. That's actually kind of a good rule of thumb, you know? Like, until proven wrong about that, assume that the maker screwed something up and you might be able to cheese it. And maybe you won't, but it gets you looking, you know? It puts you in that mindset of, like, trying to think of something else. Yo, Jank, Nathan, Zaplex, and Germ Dove now grace our televisions with their presence. Oh yeah, excuse me, hey, super weird plush, yeah. Mithrillionaire's got the answer for you about numps, but that doesn't tell the whole story. So, a P-switch, the blue P-switch, or the Switch Palace switch. On the very first frame that you contact one of those switches, only on the first frame, the game is acting like Mario is standing on the ground. And so, by standing on the ground, you can jump. Obviously, right, because you're standing on the ground. Mario can always jump off the ground. So, you can't press the input too early, and you can't press it too late. You literally have to just press jump on that one frame and get the jump. That is what's referred to as a yump. Actually, to be more precise about it, a yump takes place off of a Switch Palace switch. A P-switch jump takes place off of a P-switch. We use the terms interchangeably. Yump is the common word for all of that. I just like to give you the proper historical vanilla nomenclature. They don't help for speedrunning or anything, but they are pretty cool. And there's Roke showing us one. Looks like they beat the level. Nicely done. And they're just, thank you, Roke. I appreciate that. And we got there just in time for Roke to show us how it's done with that silver P-switch. I'll give you some extra style points for that one, Roke. That was great. But yeah, that's the fun. They don't help for speedrunning anything. They don't help you save time or do anything. They're just cool. It's a stylish thing, and we just, like to show off our one frame trick. Where did Yump come from? Good question. I don't know the name of the runner, but there was a non-English speaking runner of Vanilla Mario World long ago. I don't know if they still stream. I'm sorry I don't know their name, or I would tell you. But they didn't speak English, and they didn't, apparently, so the story goes, they didn't talk very much on their stream. But when they would jump off the switch, they would say, jump. But since they didn't speak English as their first language, they sort of pronounced it like yump. And so we just started saying yump. And that's where the term came from. It's just a mispronunciation of the word jump. That's literally all. Yo, it's Erikaida, Nathan MG in the upper left for the win. Let's go. Big shout outs to Doc on that one, swapping them in right at the buzzer. Man, y'all are doing great tonight. Scouts and Restream are killing it. Nathan MG for the win. And whoa, what's this? Prestonator also with the win. Yo, holy cow. Now that's what I like to see. Now that's what I like to see. Yo, Prestonator's got a really cool hack, actually. Y'all should keep your eyes open for Remix. I don't know when they're gonna put it out, but I've got to see some stuff from it. It looks real neat. Keep your eyes open for Remix from Prestonator. And good job, both of yous. That was awesome. Very strong showing tonight. Ricardo DeMello, it's Erikaida, Zaplex, and Germdove hanging out. There's not really a prize on ROM hack races, but you could potentially be the prize by going and following the racers. A lot of folks have really great streams. Here goes Germdove in the lower right. Oh yeah, with the brain strat. Oh, okay, all right, I see what they wanted there. It looked like they wanted to try to skip that first red shell altogether. Nathan, thank you for the raid. Muzzle, what's up in the upper left? Schema Tuna back here, yo. Man, I just appreciate Schema Tuna's layout a lot. It's just a lot. Simpler times. All the way back when I got my very first video game records by recording my game on VHS and sending it in the mail. Yo, Nathan and Prestonator, yo, clear pals tonight using the buddy system. You both got it? Great job. Great job. It's Muzzle Jank, Schema Tuna, Germdove here in the lower right. Could be getting it. Oh yeah, ooh, swaggy. Germdove, that was some swag there. They skipped that first red shell altogether, and that guarantees that they're gonna have the right angle to get in there. Very good stuff. Yeah, nice one. Yo, Prestonator, you did really well tonight. You should be very proud. That's a very good clear. Oh, the ROM hack. Hey, wait, Halcyon took 85 hours? It's a new world record. The longest clear ever. Wow, fun fact, Halcyon's 85-hour clear would just about rival the longest video game high score ever played for a world record. Ike, oh, good job, Ike, with the off-stream clear. Thank you, Starlord, for scouting. You guys are friends. All the scout friends are doing fabulously tonight. Thank you for that so much. With 24 racers, it's tough to keep track of everybody and make sure we get all the clears, and we've really gotten to see a lot of them. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's a true story. Cubert, the arcade game Cubert. You know the little orange guy that swears? He jumps on the pyramid, changes the colors. Coily the Snake, Ugg and Wrongway, Slick Sam. Cubert has the interesting distinction of being the arcade game with the longest world record score. If you wanted to just like, if you wanted to break the world record for longest video game ever played for a world record, you would be breaking an 86-hour world record on Cubert. That is the biggest marathon we have proof of, at least in the world. It's real. They really did that. It is just kind of ridiculous, but that's a real gaming fact. The world record on Cubert was set on an 86-hour marathon game. Well, they did it live at an arcade. They didn't do that at, I mean, they had recording of it, but they did it live at an arcade. So there were like literally live witnesses. It was like a coordinated kind of event. It wasn't even the first time they had gone for the score. It was like the second or third. But it's Muzzle here, Jank Pickle, Kioski, and Ricardo DeMello. Everybody working hard, but Ricardo knows what they need. Yo, Muzzle! Oh, the double sprite! Ah, the double sprite. Yeah, that's a rule of thumb for Kaizo is just try not to land on 2 sprites at once. If there's 2 Koopas close to each other, if there's 2 fish or whatever, just don't touch 2 at once. That's just how it goes. Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, Muzzle kind of doing a kind of a throw to get that to work. Nice drops too to get. Oh, I see. Watch out though. That might end up being a rough thing. Muzzle is going to have to spin jump back, right? You see where the orb, the fish orb is, but Muzzle is going to have to be spinning when they get there. And if they destroy the urchin on the way over, they might not be able to make it back. We'll have to see. Jank Pickle looks like they're trying to strat similar to that one. Oh, Ricardo, haha, they tried. Tried to sneak it in. I like the composition involved in the backtracking here. I think it's a really neat little way to end the level. Yeah, so here goes Muzzle. And they're gonna get the spin, but since they killed that urchin... Oh, nice! Nice! All right! Oh, I don't mean to cheer for a death, but I wasn't sure if that was gonna work. And yeah, they can still make that final gap without needing the urchin there. With just a really, just a big old jump. Here goes Jank Pickle in the upper right. Let's see what she does. Yep, avoiding that double sprite. Oh, nice. Good, very confident movement. I would expect nothing less from someone who has been working on their Mario Wonder speed routing for a while. Check her out over on twitch.tv/JankPickle. Here goes Ricardo, so close. I like the whole challenge of you are holding an object and you don't want that object to collide with any of the sprites around you because you need it after that point. I like that challenge. It's a very classically Mario challenge. You know what I mean? It's the kind of challenge that you could make for yourself in the vanilla game. Oh yes, we're back in the CRT zone with Schema Tuna here. Muzzle, Kyoski, Ricardo rounding out the roster. I hope y'all are enjoying yourselves. This is a little bit of a faster one tonight, but that's a good thing, I think. And, you know, if you need more, every Saturday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, we will have another ROM hack race. We have these every week. So gently boop the follow button and come and hang out anytime. Or heck, hang out on the Discord server. We have one of those too. Lots of cool folks. We got that ROM hack race's base ROM from Ampersam for your next ROM hacking project. I was kind of worried this level would go by too quick, but I think this is just right. It's awesome. What's everybody playing this weekend? What's good for video games? If you have questions, please feel free to ask, because there's only so much commentary I can do on exactly the same obstacles. But if you want to learn about mechanics or something's happening that you don't understand, no dumb questions. Please just feel free to ask. That's what we're all about. Mario World? That game from the 90s? Do you mean that old game? He doesn't even say wowie zowie. Baldur's Gate and Super Insecure World? That's a lot better than Super Insecure Gate. That wouldn't keep out any criminals, would it? House Flipper. Is that a pinball? Sounds like a pinball. I was watching Oth play Talos Principle for a little while. Seems like a good game if you're into that sort of thing. I don't mean that disparagingly. Here goes Ricardo in the lower right. Oh no! Oh, they landed. They want to stay in a spin jump, so that means only contacting the sprites and not landing on the ground. Otherwise, they're back to square one. They need to get all the way to the right there because there's a pool of water for them to jump out of. Oh yeah, Stephnes, yeah. The history of arcade gaming is fascinating. And I would encourage all gamers of the modern age to dive into the history a little bit more and learn a little bit more about where we came from as players, as gamers. I think that's just absolutely fascinating area of study. Here goes Muzzle. No, nice try. There's a really good 4-part documentary on YouTube about the detailed history of pinball. Pretty fascinating. You know, there are folks out there who like don't like video games at all. Maybe that was more of like maybe an 80s or a 90s kind of thing, maybe early 2000s or whatever, but to go to certain parts of the pinball community, you'll find folks who are like, yeah, all video games are dumb toys for kids. Play a real game. Play pinball. You know, imagine that. Imagine, you know what I mean? Like, imagine just like all video games. But I don't know. There's something to it. I was playing all day today, so I'm in the pinball spirit. Yeah, yo, big agree, Doc. I like that kind of thing. I don't know, there's something to be said for it. I think a lot of people... Yo, is that Ricardo? No! Oh, they got it! Nicely done. Yo, let's give it up in chat. Ricardo DeMello, well earned. Good clear, well played. Now watch out for them. They're a strong player. But yeah, I really think that as makers, we ought to maybe think about the one-section levels in Kaizo Mario a little bit, at least in Mario World. Like, I get why the 2-section levels all the time. That's what Mario World did. You know what I mean? There was a checkpoint, there were 2 sections, people make 2-section levels. But yeah, I actually really like the kind of one segment. You can get away with it being a little bit longer if it only has 1 section, and maybe even a little bit more challenging. Mario 3 style. Yeah. I did that as well for like Breakfast Kaizo 2. I have a handful of levels that are only one section. And that is true, yeah, you know, that is pretty apt. Because right now, if you're interested, SMW Central has just announced the SMB3LDC. And that's kind of a mouthful, but it stands for Super Mario Bros. 3 Level Design Contest. I believe, I don't know all the judges, but I think one is none other than MFP himself, which you're not going to find someone who knows more about Mario 3 on this little blue-green marble we call planet Earth. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm not a judge, but I am interested in seeing what people make, and definitely getting some more innovation in the space of Mario 3 Kaizo. We like to rock our Mario World here, but all of the Marios have their very interesting ROM hacks and could be a fascinating area of study for the truly dedicated Kaizo player. You know, you can have a really good handle on Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario 3, and Mario World Kaizo. And when you're done with that, how about some Yoshi's Island? You know, there's great Kaizo for all 5 of the original Mario games. Now here goes Zaplex, look out. 3D Salmon in the lower right. Schema Tuna up there, keeping it pixely. Muzzle in the upper left. I think that is true, Fire, yeah. Sometimes people feel they should do more with their ideas, yeah. But yeah, sometimes a short blast is better than a boring, drawn out epic. You know, like sometimes simply like, well, the level's too short. I felt that way honestly with Breakfast Kaizo too when I was making it a little bit. Like, I would just think like, well, the level's too short, so maybe it needs something or whatever. But then I was just like, well, what am I gonna do? Just fill it up with filler? Just like, well, just make it longer, you know what I mean? Like water down the Kool-Aid, as it were. So yeah, I think there really is something to be said for the 1-section levels. Muzzle and Zaplex here going for the final Final jump. Whoa, the sync up. Oh my gosh, it's Muzzle. Oh, can they get it though? Big leap, and they're in there. Yo, Muzzle's gonna be eating some salmon, or halibut, or cod, or flounder. I don't know. What's a good fish? Muzzle grabbing that fish orb, and they're out of here. Oh, is that so, Shovda? I'd be down. Not a lot of people play Yoshi's Island Kaizo. I'd love to have more. Yoshi's Island Kaizo is fascinating. It's the hardest one to make, but it's possibly the one with the most potential. There is so much. We have yet to see, like no one on Earth has made the kind of really powerful, intense, scary Yoshi's Island Kaizo that you could. You could make something so unfathomably terrifying. It does have some stuff, that is true, but we haven't even seen. From what I've seen in it, I've played some. I mean, I'm familiar with Yoshi's Island. I know how to infinite flutter. I've played the hacks. You know what I mean? Like I've done stuff with it. But in all my travels, I haven't even seen something freaking terrifying. You could make a Various Dragons or a Casio Mario World out of Yoshi's Island with the right design philosophy. And yeah, thus far I haven't even seen something like that. Something so terrifying. We're barely scratching the surface with Yoshi's Island. I'm very... It's honestly, it's like colonizing other planets. Okay, maybe not colonizing, that's kind of a crappy way. If they're uninhabited. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, we play Mario World, and that's great, we love it, but there's like all completely other planets out there. Mario 1 has its own system of tech and things you can do. Mario 2, Yoshi's Island, Mario 3, so get interested and check out the SMB3 design contest. You know, if that gets popular, you know, there'll be more. We can have more contests for more games and stuff, and these LDCs, level design contests, always really bring out the innovators. So I'm really excited to see what people make with that. Also, you feel me? That would be awesome. I would love it. I've tried to make a Yoshi's Island Kaizo. I have a couple of levels in a folder somewhere that I was like making like Carl Sagan's Island or something for Yoshi's Island, but there are a lot of reasons why it is just so much more difficult to do. Yoshi's Island is just a bigger game than Mario World. It's got more stuff in it, and it's just much more difficult to design for a number of reasons. It is nice to see a short one. I hope y'all are feeling comfy. If you have questions or want to say hey, please feel free to ask. We're just hanging out here with CO Cadelic, Schema Tuna, Zaplex, and 3D Salmon. Zaplex with a shot at it in the lower left. Let's go. Oh, this could be it. Zaplex. Oh, now they're one jump away. Ah! Remember, they really want to land on that red shell on the left side. You're aiming for the left. Schema Tuna. Oh boy. Watch out. Maybe just a pixel away. Schema Tuna in the upper right. Nice. Ooh, good control on those double fish. Oh, jeez. Clean. That was very clean. Really good, what I would call jump articulation. That's a fancy word, but I borrowed it from my old guitar teacher. When I was in high school, I took guitar lessons from this cool dude at the music shop. He was real cool, and he was a shredder. And here goes Zaplex trying to shred their way out of here. Let's go. Nicely done, Zaplex. All right. Yo, man, now the clears are coming in, and these are still sub-hour, y'all. I want to be clear, these are great players playing against other good players. This is serious talent here. Gorpo? I hope I'm saying that right. Gorpo C? Maybe a new name? Welcome, it's great to see you. in the upper right, and it's Kyoski in the bottom, 3D Salmon and CO rounded out. But I had this cool guitar guy, shred guy, teacher when I was in high school, and he always told me to play guitar, you want to articulate your fingers. You don't want your fingers to be all sloppy. You want to very clearly press the note down, hold the string down, hold it down, click the string, let it ring out nice and clear, no buzz, no slop in your hands, you know, very clearly articulated notes. He would say it like that. And so I don't know, I borrow that nomenclature for Mario World. You articulate your jumps. You articulate your position. You have a well-articulated jump. I'm saying it weirdly, but you get what I mean, right? Does that make sense? Am I making sense? You can be well or less articulate with your jumps. He was also the guy, this guitar teacher I had, he gave me the secret technique. And I was never supposed to tell anyone what the secret technique is, but he showed it to me. But you know what? I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Alright, what you do is you get like a metal ring, like a wedding ring, or a blow pop, or some kind of something or other, but a metal ring, and you put it on your right finger, right? On your hand and your right finger, and then you take that metal ring and you get your hand real close to the strings, and you just vibrate your hand back and forth, and it makes like a buzz kind of sound. And it's real cool. That's the secret technique. And now you know. Wait, did he just steal that technique from Tom Morello? Is that something Tom Morello did? Oh my gosh, I never knew that. That's funny. Hey, the whole time he ripped off Tom Morello. He told me he came up with that technique himself. It might have been Tom Morello. Hey, Tom Morello, was that you? Oh no, Ender of Games. They were waiting to time it, but the block stopped rotating, and then they just landed on the block instead. Ouch. Morellant. I don't know. He did tell me to read a lot of Kurt Vonnegut books. He was also responsible for my interest in the works of Vonnegut. Good dude. I wonder where that dude is now. He was so good at guitar. I mean, maybe he just seemed that way because I was like 13 and anyone was good at guitar. But he was really good, man. He could shred. Wonder whatever happened to that guy. Oh, is it Vonnegut's birthday? Wow, happy birthday, Kurt Vonnegut. $101. Wow, it's his 101th birthday! I like all of you half as much as you like and twice as much as you deserve! You know, Bilbo. What did he say? It was a really articulate put down. What's the line from that? It's like, I like half of you half as much as you deserve and the rest of... What did he say? It was really articulate. It was funny. I don't remember. Endless Ascent. Oh my gosh, nice edge landing there, pal. Yo, Endless Ascent. Really nicely done, landing right on the edge of that pipe to avoid hitting the piranha. Let's see if they can clutch it out. They can. Endless Ascent for the win. Endless Ascent also came up with a great luminescent speed strat the other day. Saved us like 3 seconds on the run. It was awesome. I don't know half of you half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve. That's funny. So he doesn't, so he doesn't know, yeah, that makes sense to me. I don't know half of you half as well as I would like. So I wish I had more time to get to know the rest of you, but the ones that I do like, I like you more than you deserve. That's what he's saying. Yo, it's CO Kioski, Ender of Games, and 3D Salmon. Bilbo Baggins! Do not take me for some conjurer of cheap tricks! That'd be cool if you got to be 11D1. Really, Bilbo kind of had it made, really. You know, like, he really had it made. Kioski trying to have it, made. Oh, you're talking about the ballad of Bilbo Baggins, the greatest little hobbit of them all. But as sung by Leonard Nimoy? As the one in the cat, Mr. Spock? Leonard Nimoy, the ballad of Bilbo Baggins? I know exactly what you're talking about. 3D Salmon. Trying to talk about that end. Oh yeah, let's go. 3D, and I cannot stress this enough, Salmon. Grabbing that fish orb, taking home a delicious fish. Probably for the cat. You know what's great is the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins has a music video, and Leonard Nimoy is like dancing around with like go-go dancers, singing about Lord of the Rings. This is real. Leonard Nimoy is amazing, really. I know, right? Without even being able to hold the controller, it's pretty impressive. I mean, I thought one-handed gaming was cool, but a fish playing is really something to see. There's nothing in the rules that says a fish can't play Kaizo. Kioski. Kioski in the upper right. Let's go. Very good. One hand, two hands. We're all gaming. Good job, Kioski. Well played, well played. Boy, we are really, man, we are getting through here. Thank you all so much for racing with us tonight. What fun. CO Cadelic, Proto Pizza, Ender of Games, and Arakida down here in the bottom. You know what? I'm not even a fan necessarily of their music, but I think the Beatles should have gotten to do Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. Didn't they want to? Wasn't that a thing that they wanted to? Like the Beatles really wanted to make a Lord of the Rings movie. I think we should have let them, personally. I just, like, you know, let them cook. I just wanted to see what that would have been. You know, I call it morbid curiosity. I think we should have let them. I was actually just watching a video about that Golem game that came out this year. I didn't realize what a train wreck that was. Wow. Like, wow. Yo, was that a wow 3D Salmon raid? Thank you so much. Yo, hey, get a shout out. Maybe we can follow the Racers so you can check out their streams. Thank you so much. Well played tonight. Sub hour. Great job. Ringo for Frodo. You did great, 3D Salmon. You did great. Here goes Proto Pizza in the upper right. Potential. Oh! Halcyon. Yo, guess who's back? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for racing. Thanks for the raid. Well played. Y'all did really great tonight. Cool level. Man, thank you so much. Oh, Ender! Nice try. Oh, I know that one. Agaria. Yeah, the greatest adventure is what lies ahead. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. 19 Rankin Bass. I'm actually, oddly enough, I'm kind of a fan of Rankin Bass. Like, I've seen, like, I know a lot of their work. I'm a Rankin Bass fan. Fun fact about Rankin Bass. Did you know that all of the Rankin Bass holiday specials are intended to share a cinematic universe? And it was the goal of the creators to establish a shared mythology and like a Marvel DC cinematic universe of holidays. That's why like they told like the whole Santa Claus origin story. They have one about the Easter Bunny. They have one about Halloween. They tried to do like they tried to like make a holidays cinematic universe, which I think is interesting, personally. Another fun fact about Rankin Bass is that a lot of those figurines were made by nameless Japanese animators, not in America, and a lot of those figures were made by Japanese designers who were never properly credited for their work, and that's a shame. That's why the stop motion is so good. That's what that very distinctive Rankin Bass look. Arakaida. Oh, that's not really Rankin Bass. That's the incredibly talented Japanese stop motion animators who were basically robbed of their credit. Another fun fact about Rankin Bass is that most of the original puppets from Rudolph, we're talking like Sam the Snowman, Yukon Cornelius, the Bumble, were destroyed. They did not survive. But one set of them turned up on Antiques Roadshow years ago, and you could go and find the clip and watch it. There are very few surviving original Rankin Bass puppets anymore, and if you do find one, they are worth a mint. Sorry, I'm like a Rankin Bass nerd. I know quite a bit about Rankin Bass. Hey, GG on that Yump too, 3D Salmon. That's the swag. Rankin Bass Hobbit had assistance from the studio that would become Ghibli. Fascinating. I didn't know that. That's fascinating. There's a big bad of the Rankin Bass holiday cinematic universe. There's like literally there's a big evil wizard that they battle with. And like Santa and Frosty and all these guys come out. They have Rankin Bass has its own Avengers Endgame. It's it's not Rudolph. Is it Rudolph and Frosty's Shiny New Year? It's the other one. Is it Christmas in July? I'm pretty sure it's Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, not Shiny New Year. Shiny New Year is rough. But Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July is like the Avengers Endgame of the Rankin Bass holiday universe, where like Rudolph and Frosty and Jack Frost and Kris Kringle all like and like the spirit of snow or whatever, they all like get together to battle the evil wizard Winterburn or Winterbolt. No, it's Winterbolt. It's pretty funny. I don't know, it's just pretty funny. I think what's that? Annie Oakley. I'm pretty sure Annie Oakley is in it too. It's like Rudolph and Frosty, Kris Kringle, Annie Oakley, the Easter Bunny. This is almost like I'm describing an Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode to you, but this is a real movie that they attempted to make and did make. Oh yeah, I think Peter Cottontail's in there, and Groundhog, Punksy Phil, the Groundhog. I think they just call him Chuck. I don't know how I got on this topic. I'm sorry. I'm just saying things now. We got CO, we got Proto Pizza, we got Ender of Games. Me and you on ROM Hack Races. We're learning about Rankin Bass cartoons. Oh, you know what? Another fun fact about Rankin Bass animations. We would be talking about the Santa Claus origin story. Is it Santa Claus is coming to town? Kubla Kraus is Booster, the character of Booster from Mario RPG. While it was never confirmed, it's very, very likely that it was based on Kubla Kraus, the villain from Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Hey, you know what? I wanna say, Bar Simpson is. I know how it can feel, and your feelings are valid. I'm not here to tell you, you're wrong about that, but you're not alone, and we are all supporting you. I hope that ROM Hack Races can be a place where people can feel encouraged, and we've got your back. There is no shame, no shade. In fact, I think it's really cool that you're coming out and trying, and you're putting your best out there, and you're giving it your best. If you keep practicing, hang out, and learn some more, I bet you can be really good. I believe in you all the way. There's no worries. There's no pressure. Yeah, there's no worries about that. I believe you can get it, and I really respect that you're coming out and trying. I hope that that's not a bad feeling. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, I know it can be rough. It can feel rough, and sometimes there's no way to talk out of that. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Yeah, that does feel rough, but you're not alone. Look, there's other racers who are trying too, and even if you want to put it down and come back some other time or race with us again some other night, you are always welcome. This is a place for everybody to give it their best and give it a try. And if you didn't get through the level that you came out and tried, and you did way better than someone who was like, oh, I don't know, I'm not even gonna try. You're taking a bold step, and I mean that. You're taking a bold step, and that's very respectable. Give it a try. One thing I always kind of said for learning Kaizo and playing this kind of thing. Meet yourself where you are. Which is to say, find something relatively easy and give that a go. And I don't mean like, someone's bad, you're bad or whatever, but the idea being that if you play a lot of tough Kaizo stuff where you're dying and you're always just getting your butt kicked, you're not practicing the fundamentals as much. And I'd be willing to bet for anybody that wants to get a little bit better at their skills, if you just spend half an hour. Next time you sit down for some Kaizo, just take half an hour and play the original game, the original OG Mario World, or find a beginner level standard hack or something, and just give that a play for a little bit. Go and win. Run around, jump, be free, and don't be so restricted. Oh, you know who else is free? Ender of Games. I saw that old clear. Ender is out of here. They've ended it, and they are done. Good job. Well played. Always a good time. GG, Ender. But, just go out and just play some standard stuff and get used to moving around. If you want to be good, if you want to be a good skateboarder, you ride your skateboard a lot. You're not always doing tricks, but you're always riding somewhere, If you want to be a good guitar player, you play a lot. Spend a lot of time with your guitar in your hand, You want to be good at Kaizo, it's one thing to practice hacks and practice situations in one hard level, but spend some time in the abstract. Spend some time in a level that isn't going to kill you all the time. And just get better at moving Mario. I know it sounds silly, and I know it's like, oh, well, that's not going to work. I want to, everybody wants to play the really hard, flashy stuff, Baron of Shell, Invictus, Grand Poo World, 1, 2, 3, but you will be better at that, and you'll have an easier time with everything if you've just spent a little extra time moving that little red plumber guy around. Moving, jumping, landing, just controlling that little dude. The more subtle you can be, the tighter and quicker you can be, the faster you can move accurately. That will help you in all kinds of ways. It's getting stronger. I don't know, if you want to punch the sun, you start by lifting weights. If you want to lift a car, you start by doing curls with small hand weights. You gotta build up the muscle. And if you really build up the muscle, you can punch a car into orbit, and it's not even a problem. The Incredible Hulk has no problem at all punching a car into orbit. That's not strenuous for him. It's just all in a day's work. He didn't even think about it. He's just like, oh, pooh, Hulk punch car, right? That's because he's very, very strong, right? So the idea is to build the muscle by practicing the standard stuff, by believing in yourself, and by meeting yourself where you are. Build that muscle, you too can punch a car into orbit. Do not punch cars into orbit. This is an analogy. Punching cars will injure your hands. We have enough junk in space as it is. We do not need more cars. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that comes in and races. And I want that to be a fun time for everybody. The last thing I think we should be is something where it's very insular. Oh, who won? Who's the best racer? Oh, you got the best time. You're the best, and everyone else is bad. I mean, we had some great, super fast clear tonight. We've also had some really good determined clears and some great strats after a while. It's anybody's game on any given night. So it's, we're a community. We're a community event. The race is just the fun wrapping paper we take off and throw it away. I like that, Emily. Oh, thanks. I'm glad. I hope I could be encouraging. This stuff is a lot of fun. And I think sometimes it feels extra, if you're new especially, it can feel extra frustrating because you're doing things that are just really challenging. It's hard to have a sense of scope. Imagine you want to be a strong weightlifter, but you go into the gym and all of the weights look exactly the same. You can't really tell which weight is stronger than the other weight. And so you kind of pick one and you start lifting it and you go, oh, this is really heavy. Maybe you don't even know that there are like easy dumbbells over there. You know what I mean? Try those first. And if you're new to Kaizo, it can be really tough to figure out, is this too hard? Is this appropriate for my skill level? Am I going to get a return on my investment of time? And that's something that I think is important, is this whole question of time. Kaizo takes a long time. You are going to grind a level for 4 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours. How long do you want to go? But here's the thing. This is my opinion, and everyone has fun in their own way. So disregard me if I'm getting in the way of what you want to do. I mean that. But here's my opinion. If you consider yourself a beginner Kaizo player, if you are kind of new, kind of learning, getting your chops, I personally don't think it does you much good at all to do a 20-hour, 10-hour grind on a level, on any one level, right? If there's some level that's taking you 10 hours, it's probably due to a thing in your fundamentals you could get a little better at. And my point with this is, If you're new and you're grinding something for 20 hours and you finally beat that one level, you haven't made as much of an investment in your skills in the abstract. What you have done is learned how to play that one level, which is good. You've earned some skill. Your skill points have risen, right? Let's pretend you get 5, just abstractly, call it 5. You get 5 skill points for beating it. If you would have taken those 20 hours and invested that practice time on fundamentals, practicing shell jumps and spring jumps, practicing the setups that you need to beat the level, you will reduce that clear time substantially. And I think for new players, you are better off investing your time in abstract practice, and you're less better off grinding really tough hacks. You will beat them, you can beat them, but the payoff in skill is a little bit less, in my opinion, than it would have been if you took those 20 hours and built yourself a shell jump practice room in Lunar Magic. Get a big open area and put a disco shell in there and just hang out in an empty area and ride the disco around. Make yourself little gyms and training areas. If you're having trouble with a section, hack the hack, edit that section out, put it in its own little room, and then do it, right? The more, I really do, I think if you're a beginner, the more time you spend working on your abstract skills, the less you're going to have to grind for 10 hours, right? The goal is like to sort of reduce the grind time. You don't really want to grind something at one single level or one checkpoint for 15 hours. Maybe some people do, okay, valid, but you kind of don't want to do that, right? That's what I mean about like being strong enough, right? You're gaining muscle by trying to lift the car over and over again, but you'll gain that muscle faster if you just go to the gym, do the easy stuff, and then go lift the car, right? It's efficient. It's more efficient practice. So that's my take on it. Do what you will. I know people love playing the really tough stuff. We got that Grand Poo World 3 coming out soon. Go do it. Go get bopped by some tough hack. That'll help you too. It's not like playing hard stuff is just useless and not worth your time. But at the same time, you know, think about it. If you start noticing that, like, damn, this is a 60-hour grind at this point, like, maybe that's a clue that you should go and practice some aspect of that. That is a descriptor, yes. Soul fortifying. You know, for what it's worth, if you wanted to, you could play longer. Like, the 2-hour time limit is really just for the restream. If you yourself felt like streaming on your channel and streaming it for longer than 2 hours, you're welcome to do that. That's it's not like a cutoff. It's just the amount of time that we budget as volunteers to do the broadcast. That's all. And with that too, I've been chatting your ear off, but we're down to the final 4 here. Ceocadelic, Proto Pizza, Grop OC, and First Name Butt. That is true too. Hey, yeah, if you want to, yeah. If you actually want to, you know, just, you can play alongside the race. If you'd rather just like not even like sign up and you're just kind of racing, you know, like alongside, go ahead. You know, that it's, reinterpret the game to how you want to do it. You know, bend and change the rules to suit what you want to get out of it. That's something very beautiful about Kaizo itself, is there really is no way to do it. Kaizo is the game of breaking the rules. It's kind of like Magic the Gathering, you know? Like, the rules say to do this, but the whole point of the game is kind of to break those rules in your favor. It's always about reinterpreting. And again, you know, I'm not saying don't grind something for 56 hours or whatever. Like, that can be done. You know, that's if you play enough Kaizo, eventually you will. Eventually you'll get up to something that just is going to take you that long at your skill level. That would take a very skilled player that long. Eventually that'll happen. So, in my opinion, there's no need to rush it. Like, if you're playing enough Kaizo, you will eventually take on Dram's Butthole, or Baron of Shell, or Various Dragons, or Cassio, or something. Eventually, you will. But right now, while you're learning, you know, there's no need to 20-hour grind on one checkpoint section. You know, just go and learn what you need to learn. Oh no, we might have lost, Proto Pizza. What I like to do, and this is a concept I've been thinking about as well, is instead of having like one podium, we have multiple podiums. It's like first podium 1, 2, 3, second podium 4, 5, 6, and so on and so on. But it's almost more accurate to say that someone got first place on the second or third podium, because really you separate yourselves out into peer groups, right? Like, without even really intentionally doing that, like, racers will automatically kind of separate themselves into peer groups. And that is true. You really are kind of racing more against your peer group. So the multiple podiums is a nice way to show that, I think. Thank you for the raid, Germdove. We're looking for CO. Ew! Almost. CO in the upper left. Almost got it. Good race tonight, though. Thank you, Germdove. What's up? Those are good little Flappy Bird emotes. Yeah, true. Chess. Yeah, it kind of does that as well. I don't know, you know, the whole point for me really is just like, yeah, it's a race. We have a race. You get the podium, you get the first place, but it's more than that. And it's important, I think, to just keep it being more than that and keep it being about the players versus the levels, not necessarily the players versus each other, because that makes it welcoming. You know, then it's not an insular group where it's only who's the best and who got this or that. You know, we create a supportive environment, and I think that's worth doing. We got 3. We're hanging out here. We scheduled 2 hours for these broadcasts, so put your favorite racers emotes up in chat and let me know how you're doing. CO Cadelic here, first name but Grappo C. Again, I assume most of you already get how this level works, but if you just got here and you don't know something or you want to learn more, please feel free to ask. The gimmick here is that you only may spin jump out of water. So, not off the ground, only out of water. So you got to figure out how to get into the water and then get out in a spin jump to get through these obstacles. This is a fire port. Pun intended. From our maker tonight, Fire 150. And yo, once again, if y'all are interested in learning a little bit more, romhackraces.com, that's our website. We also have a Discord, and I'd say for practice, go and grab some ROM Hack Race levels and try a little bite-sized Kaizo challenge. Sometimes it can be hard to commit to a whole hack, you know? And also sometimes if you try a tough hack and you only play like 3 or 4 levels, you think to yourself, oh, I didn't really win, I didn't beat it. But you beat 3 or 4 levels. That's really good, you know, but it can be tough to commit, or maybe you get a level that you just didn't really like and the rest of the hack was cool or something. So bite-sized, individually wrapped ROM Hack Race levels are a good way to test your skills on a difficulty that you're aware of ahead of time. And once you win, you did it. You won. There's no more. There's no catch, you know? You beat one level out of the 20 level hack or whatever. I'm ready. I'm excited. Next week we will have a level from the one, the only Shovda. I'm excited. Your levels are always surprising, and that's why I'm excited here. Yo, first name but maybe in the upper right, maybe for the clear. Gotta transport that block all the way over, and then they want to spin jump to get back to the orb. First name but in the upper right. Let's see what you got. Nice! Alright! Hey, that was really good. First name but with the clear. Nicely done. Check out they've made some shell hacks over on SMW Central. Check out what, I forget what it's called. That's my bad, but first name but made some good shell hacks. Yeah, next week, Shovda level. Actually, geez, it's a big week. Holy moly. We got that big Grand Poo World 3 on Friday, and then Mario RPG remake, and then Shovda level on Saturday. It's a big weekend for gamers next week. Oh, these shells, yeah, there you go. And Sweet World, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm so bad at remembering like who made which hack. Like, there's just so many of them. It's nice that everybody's excited for Kaizo. That's a cool thing. I will tell you this, you know, from personal experience, I can tell if you're stressed out. I know, you know, it's a big thing, lots of streamers, lots of hype, lots of overhype, whatever. But if you're stressed out, let me tell you, in a week or two, nobody is going to remember who got the first clear. If you're stressing about I gotta beat it right away, I gotta do it. Trust me, no one is going to remember, I promise. I was one of the first clears on Grand Poo World 2, and you know how many people remember that? Hardly any. So just don't be stressed. Have fun. Don't worry about it. Play at your own pace. Do your own thing. Have your own life. There is more to life than video games and release schedules from big devs. So, you know, go and pursue your own hobbies and interests too. Do something that isn't looking into a video game screen. There will always be games. I know, maybe it's weird, you know, me to say that, but I think it's important. In a world where in a world where the internet content hype machine never sleeps, you should sleep. I want to sleep. But I'm for real, you know, I say this jokingly, I don't care, but like, for real, no one's gonna remember who got the first clear. No one is going to remember that. No one's going to remember it, so no stress. Everybody just have fun, okay? And then hopefully folks that are coming to check out this whole Kaizo thing will be interested in checking out other stellar creations As a moderator KLDC judge, I see fantastic hacks come out every week. Hundreds of them, you know what I mean? Maybe not every week, but just hundreds. I played 68 awesome KLDC levels. Like, double-digit amount of awesome hacks have come out this year, you know what I mean? There's so much out there, so it's cool that more people will be checking out Kaizo. That's exciting for all involved. We could always use more diversity. Will I play it? Oh yeah, totally. Oh yeah. I was probably gonna try to let them let me moderate it. I don't know. We haven't talked about it. I don't know if the SMW hack mods are calling dibs or whatever, but I was gonna throw my name into the ring as like I would like to. I figure maybe we should I don't know. Let's shove this around. You're a mod. Do you want? I don't want to just be like I'm taking it. It's you or me. Like, cause I would like to, and if you would like to, then maybe we could just I don't know, rock paper scissors or something. I'd be cool with that. You know? Do you want to? How about we play one game of pinball to decide it all? Cause I'm not playing that FPS game that you're good at. But yeah, if you want to, I mean, I would like to throw my hat in the ring to do it. If you would also, that's fine. I am saying yes, I would like to. I'm volunteering to moderate that. I think it'd be fun. I'm also gonna be on early on Friday. I want to be a part of it. It'll be fun. You know what I mean? It'll be a good time. It's nice. Everybody's playing Kaizo, having fun. I like that. What the heck's not to like, you know? But yeah, if you want to, Shovda, we could have some silly. If you want to have fun, we could be content hype machines, and we could have some silly contest or challenge or whatever to figure out which of us has the honors. I would be honored to lose to you, a player I greatly respect. Well, you think about it. We got this week. I know you're a fan of live deals. So you know, we got this. We got all week. Think about it if you want. I think, or you know, maybe we should check with the other Kaizo mods if anybody else, you know, wants to do it. Maybe they could get in on it. Little big old game of rock paper scissors or whatever. I mean, I don't personally mind. I'm gonna play it either way. But I would like, you know, as a moderator, I would like to throw my name in the ring. But of course, you know, anybody could do it. The whole mod team is perfectly qualified. So think about it, you know? Think about something we would have an equal chance in, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to play you in like pinball or what do you play? You play, what's that FPS game you play? You know, that one with the guns. Like, you would win, you know what I mean? Like, it can't be pinball and it can't be that. I like that, Doc. Overwatch, thank you. Yeah, do we what about that? Do we want to do like a maybe we could host it on like SMW Central or one of our channels or something. We could have like a little mini, like, we all make us into NPC wrestlers. That's pretty funny. And then we do like kind of like how Cliffy does. And then we have like a CO. And then we have like a like an NPC wrestling match to determine. Just don't worry. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I've seen a lot of like, I've heard people talking. People are excited, but also I think streamers maybe a little stressed, a little bit like overhyped game, tons of stuff going on. Everybody wants the thing, you know. That can be overwhelming. I mean, I speak from personal experience. I know a lot of folks are in that boat. It can be overwhelming, and so I want to diffuse that a little bit. Let's all have fun. Let's all remember that in a month, no one's gonna remember. You know, I don't mean that in like a bummer, nihilistic kind of way, but it's kind of like an encouraging way. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. We can just have fun. You don't have to stress. You You don't have to make it a big race or a competition. Who's the best? Who got the level the quickest? You know, leave that to the squirrely teenage chatters, you know what I mean? And we can be like regular adults about it and have fun. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. I'm looking forward to everybody having fun with Kaizo. I love the game of Kaizo, and I love people that play it. But if we want to do a mod off to see who gets it, Shovda, I think that would be a lot of fun. Well, what's it gonna be? What game? Maybe a marble race? What about marbles on Twitch? Something like that. I don't know, we can figure it out. I mean, I don't plan on replaying it either. I got that Mario RPG. I'm trying to play that Mario RPG remake, so I'm trying to be done and out of here. Let's go, CO. This run's looking pretty good. Oh, nice try. Again, if y'all have any questions, I know we're just kind of chatting about silly stuff, but if you want to learn more about Kaizo, ROM hack races, this level, don't be a stranger, shout it out in chat. That's totally cool. Just so you know. Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Mario RPG is such a special game. For me, anyway, I'm very, very nostalgic for that one. It's the remake I've waited my whole life for. It was also, yeah, it was also my first SNES RPG. In fact, it was kind of the game that like helped me learn how to read. Like I was in like elementary school when that game came out, so my reading comprehension skills were that of an elementary school student. And yeah, it helped me like read. I was like, oh geez, it's a reading game? At first I thought it was like educational, because I had played like Mario's Time Machine, and I was like, this isn't a game, this is school! What do you mean? You're trying to trick me! Mario, you lied to me. You totally deceived us. This isn't a game at all. So I was, you know, I was a little skeptical. Like, are you sure this is gonna be fun? I'm not gonna have to memorize list of historical facts, am I? Mario RPG was how I learned what RPG stood for. I didn't know. We had to ask the guy at the store. Like when my mom took me to buy the darn game, it was like, what does RPG mean? And he was like, oh, role-playing game. And I was like, oh, that explains nothing. Oh yeah, role-playing game, obviously. That makes perfect sense. What's that? Oh, Fen, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Oh yeah, the Super Mario RPG would go great next to the Hello Kitty AK. That's a real thing that exists. RPG stands for RPG game. But yo, this has been a really fun level so far, man. I'm having fun. Thanks for making ROM Hack Races a little part of your Saturday. Really, really appreciate that. If you want to watch some more, every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have another level and another race. And boy howdy, we're going to have one next week. These are free to sign up. If anybody is interested, you want to try your skills, test your chops, have fun with the community, you can go right over to romhackraces.com. where we have sign-up sheets. The sign-ups are just to like let us know that you're racing. You know, like we don't know who to watch unless you know, put your name on the list. Or if you want to and you want to race and have your time tracked, but you don't want to be on the restream, that is also an option to remove pressure from people. You know, maybe somebody doesn't want to be streamed or whatever. You know, this isn't. I don't want to make a pressured situation here. But thanks for hanging out with us. What's everybody playing this weekend while we're all waiting for the real deal to come out? There have been a lot. There are really the hacks submitted to SMW Central have like dried up lately. Like no one's been submitting anything. But then I bet we're gonna get like a flood of submissions in like 2 months. You know, people are gonna play it, they're gonna get excited, and then they're gonna make their own thing. And then 2 or 3 months later, we're gonna see a flood of them. And that's good. I think that's a good thing. Get a seismic event to get more people interested in Kaizo in the first place. Yeah, you feel me. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. It's kind of both, you know what I mean? Like, on the one hand, yeah, there's a lot of hacks, you know, out there, and you know what I mean? There's a lot of really interesting and really diverse hacks out there, and to hold any hack up as the one be-all, end-all, you know, you lose some stuff, you know, you don't get that full perspective of what the real scope of makers' creativity is. And on the other hand, it's cool to have a big seismic event like that gets people interested. A lot of people are going to be checking out Kaizo and checking out Kaizo streams. That's a good thing, you know, that's a good thing. It's a rising tide, and it might soak your socks a little bit, but it'll bring in some new blood, and that's a good thing. Hopefully in the future, we'll be seeing ROM hack racers and makers who are like, yeah, I checked it out because I saw Grand Prix World 3 and now I wanted to learn more about Kaizo, you know? Sometimes it does. It takes the big visible thing to shine, you know, get other people interested in the smaller stuff. True story too, yeah, KLDC and OLDC back to back. It's a fun time, you know? Let's all just stay curious and stay strong as players and stay strong as a community and have a fun time. CO, you got a race. Oh yeah, CO with a shot at it on the left side. Oof. Yeah, that drop to kill the fish. That's been a really handy move a lot of people have been using. I dig that, Finn. I dig that. I think, you know, for me, from my perspective, it's just another hack, you know? Like, I moderate sometimes 5 or 6 hacks in a week sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, I see stuff all the time. It's gonna be fun. It's just another one. And then after that, there'll be another one. And then more cool hacks will keep coming out. It's an endless procession. Brave New World 2, yo, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be sweet, actually. Yeah, what else? Let's talk about that for a sec. What other hacks are we excited for? What other stuff is on the schedule? I can say with absolute certainty there will not be a Subcon 2 release this year. Not gonna happen. Summer sequel to Autumn, new abstract hack. Nice. Oh, yeah, fourth chamber, yeah. I think I just played, didn't Skags make a OLDC Kaizo? I think I just played that one recently. Yeah, I saw that from Lush, yeah. What's it? It's themed around Mario Land. It's called like Mario Land World or something. That looks pretty funny. Yeah, cause black and white, cause it's Mario Land. Yeah, I thought that looked funny. Super Mario Land World. Perfect title, really. 10 out of 10. You know, you fail me. That's actually true. Now that you mention it, I get the same feeling as though I were in a dark jungle and I suddenly realized that a lion might be watching me. Perhaps a tiger or a jaguar of some sort, you know? I just get the feeling that I'm alone in the jungle at night and a predator is watching me. When you mentioned that we haven't had a new morsel hack for a while. Crap, do you think he saw me already? Is it too late to run? Yes! C-O! Cadelic. Don't forget the underscore. Let's go. Good job. Yo, well played, well played. A French fries and French toast sequel? Wow, like, you mean like pancakes and bacon? Flapjacks and orange juice? Grapefruit and waffles? Actually, that'd be a pretty good breakfast, man. Grapefruit and waffles? Oh, yeah. Actually, I feel like those flavors would be rad together. Alright, y'all. As is tradition, we are gonna... Oh, nice try, CO, on the yumps. As is tradition, here at the end of the stream, we're gonna throw the raid over to the final racer. Grappo C is the one. And, yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Let you know you can find more information about RomHack Races at romhackraces.com. Also, the invite to our Discord server if you'd like to hang out with the community off stream, chat, learn a little bit more about Kaizo. If you want to improve your skills, talk to other people, you know, just chat about Kaizo. That's what we're all about. We also have that RomHack Races base ROM over there made by Ampersam. And if you're interested in making hacks, that's a nice... How to describe it? Like Bob Ross, he has a pre-stretched canvas that we've already applied the white gesso to, so the painting will look extra nice. Why do all the patching on your own and put in basic quality of life things when you can just grab the RomHack Races base ROM and have a lot of that done for you? It's really, really helpful. All this and more on the website. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Really appreciate it. What else is it? Shove to level next week. We got a big week coming up, so everybody rest up, practice your Kaizo, get ready for some big moves this weekend. We will have another race Saturday at 8. So come back again, hang out. We'll see you next week. Go and follow the racers from the community. Watch some more Kaizo streams. I'm sure plenty of people would love to see you in chat. And thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. RomHack Races is so fun. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 Longboy Furret and the people that matter to you in your lives. Would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled and autistic lives matter, and you. Thank you so much to the volunteers tonight. Sulfur X, Mithrillionaire, Blue Ribbon, High Life, RB Pimlico, Doc Fenn, and Starlord, Amper, Kelgan, and D4 always helping us out. Have a really great week, everybody. It's going to be a fun one, and maybe I'll see you on my stream later, but hopefully I'll see you around the Kaizo community. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Peace out.